We are Black Force. We are building.
The homestand continues, and it's been a good one thus far as the Angels took 2 of 3 from the Texas Rangers. And tonight, we kick off a 4-game series. The reeling Seattle Mariners in town for the first one tonight. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and over the last couple of games, we've seen the long ball certainly prevalent for this Angels ball club. Actually, if you go back a couple of weeks, you've seen the long ball prevalent, especially with Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout. But a couple of guys that not very familiar with the long ball, certainly hitting him the last couple of games.
Yeah, Victor Jose Fernandez picking up his first major league home run. It's worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. What he has done over the last couple of games for Jose. Hip, hip, Jose. Drives that out, his first career home run. Take a long time to get here to the big leagues, and then he follows up the very next night with a home run once again. He's really got that swing path going very well, turning that hips open and driving the ball out. Frankie Arcia, he's been crushing the baseball at home this season. Outstanding numbers, 17 RBI, 5 home runs. He had a 2-home-run game last night, first time in his career. He's really getting his timing together too. These two getting an opportunity to play a lot more of late against lefties and righties and driving the ball, giving better balance in that lineup for the Halos.
Well, those two guys, along with the rest of the Angels lineup, will be facing a right-hander by the name of Mike Leake, the Southern California product. Odrisamer Despaigne is on the mound for the Angels. It's a bullpen game tonight as we kick off this 4-game series. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return.
rookie. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 Highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers.
Welcome back out here to the Big A, the opener of a 4-game set between your Angels and the Seattle Mariners. So Dries Despaigne has made his way into the dugout. He is ready to start this one off, and an all too familiar, unfortunately for the Angels, bullpen game today. Although you figured that Despaigne, if he is all right and can get some quick zeros, he's not a guy that you have to limit to 2 innings. He's been a starter throughout his career that you could probably stretch him out 4 or 5 if he's able to get through that.
I think if he's effective, you're going to see him try to get a little bit deeper in the game, maybe through that 4th into the 5th inning, and give the bullpen a little bit of a breather. Otherwise, a little struggles early on. A lot of innings out of the bullpen once again tonight.
Mentioned that the Seattle Mariners reeling coming into play tonight. 79-66 on this season. Still a very good overall record for Scott Service's ball club, but they're now in 3rd place, 9.5 games back of the Houston Astros, and that's where they sit as well as far as the American League wild card spot. Oakland did lose today to the Baltimore Orioles, so Houston picks up a half game. They are now 3.5 games better than the Oakland Athletics as far as the Western Division is concerned. This ball club, Seattle, we're talking about, Robinson Cano missing 80 games due to the suspension, and really has not had a whole lot of an impact on this ball club because of that suspension. Really a completely different team from the second half on.
Yeah, when you look at their balance in their lineup, it's a pretty solid lineup, but they're not swinging the bats well, especially with runners in scoring position. Of late, they're really pulling off the baseball, hitting a lot of fly ball, easy outs. That's what's been the problem with Seattle over this stretch.
Angels finished that last road trip at 73. They take 2 of 3, and all of a sudden Halo's playing some good baseball, and it's nice to see, especially with the stories that continue to evolve. You mentioned Francisco Arcia and Jose Miguel Fernandez in the open, but of course the story of really now throughout Major League Baseball is Shohei Ohtani, what he's been able to do since in the second half, and more specifically over the last 30 days to kind of really etch his name a little bit closer to American League Rookie of the Year.
It's really amazing watching that baseball, the exit velocity off the bat when he's swinging the bat right now against lefties and righties. He is locked in, doesn't swing at many bad pitches right now. He's fun to watch offensively.
Halo's taking the field. The lineup cards have been exchanged. Check out Scott Service's lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. They're very good at home. They're just 38-33 out on the road this year. And the lineup for Seattle looks like this, with Mitch Haniger leading things off at center field. No Gene Segura is dealing with a virus. They hope that he's able to play tomorrow. Denard Spans at left, Robinson Cano at second base. It's Nelson Cruz at DH. Ryan Healy at first. Kyle Seegers really struggled in the second half. We'll talk about that once he comes to the plate. He's at third. Ben Gamble's in right. Mike Zunino behind the plate. D. Gordon tonight gets a start at shortstop, and of course he will bat ninth. Dries Despaigne is on the mound, and let's take a look at our Indeed player resume. And of course, he came over from the Miami Marlins. These are overall numbers, 2-2 with a 6.40 ERA. He got purchased from the Fish back on August the 14th. Gooby for the Angels, 5th game, 4th start. Hasn't been pretty. 20 hits in 12 innings of work, 9 strikeouts, 8 walks.
I think it's been the secondary pitches that have really been a problem. His fastball and his velocity on his fastball has been pretty good. My go-tos for Despaigne to be successful tonight is spot his fastball a little bit better and go with the corners with his secondary pitch. As mentioned, his curveball, even his cutter and changeup, he's left that over the plate quite a bit. His fastball, though, when he spots it well, is a very effective pitch for him.
Let's take a look at the Angels defense, brought to you by Tough Turtle Turf, and it looks like this with Upton, Trout, and Calhoun in the outfield. Taylor Ward, Andrelton Simmons on the left side, David Fletcher and Fernandez on the right side. Arcia behind the plate once again.
David Fletcher was really busy in that series against the Texas Rangers. Has been very solid. 994 fielding percentage. It's the 3rd best amongst AL second basemen, involving turning 30 double plays so far this season. We were joking around saying he might need to ice his arm. He had a lot of ground ball action in the last couple of games. A lot of soft contact on the ground for Angels pitchers, trying to keep that streak going here with Despaigne on the mound here today.
Especially on the heels of another nice outing for Felix Pena last night, picking up the victory against Texas. First one tonight is a little bit low, 1 ball, no strikes. Haniger comes in batting .276. 24 home runs, 86 runs batted in. He's done a nice job filling in that leadoff spot. He's at .313 in the leadoff spot.
And off to a terrific start, especially with the power numbers. But overall, having a very nice, fine season. 32 doubles as well as that one's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Beautiful night. 81 degrees, a little bit warmer than normal this time of year. The Spaniards 2-1. That's ripped to left field. Upton not going to get there. It'll go to the wall. 1 hopper. Haniger's on his way to second. 33rd double of the year, and a man in scoring position for Seattle.
That's his 61st extra base hit this season for Haniger. Missed a location. The fastball drifted in or part of the plate, and he was able to turn those hips, get the barrel of the bat, and he lines that one to the wall in left field.
First Mariners outfielder with at least 60 extra base hits in a season. Raul Ibanez back in 2008 had 69. So here's Denard Span. Overall, a good season. Originally starting with the Rays and then being acquired, along with Colomé in their bullpen from Tampa Bay. 270 overall batting average. 11 home runs, 56 runs batted in. This is 82nd game with Seattle. 0-1. Ball and a strike. Lance Barrett calling the balls and strikes tonight. Bill Welke at first base. Tony Randazzo at second, and Ryan Additive at third base, the umpiring crew for this series. Leadoff double stands at second. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Spaniards' last outing at Houston, that was on September the 2nd. That was in relief. Gave up 2 hits. Did not record it out. Three-one count.
That's one thing you don't want to do, is, especially in this situation, the first inning, you got Cano and Cruz to follow Denard Span. His issue a walk at this moment. Trust that defense. It's been outstanding this entire season.
And there's a walk. Borderline pitch goes Span's way. First 2 have reached to start this one. Here comes Robinson Cano. American military personnel serving overseas are watching this game on AFN, the American Forces Network. Welcome to those in countries around the world aboard naval ships at sea, and we thank you as always for your continued service. That's not a good sign with Charles Nagy on the horn. 2 batters in. Jim Johnson got the start a couple of nights ago. Looks like he might be the first guy up.
Cano has rolled into 6 double plays.
Bounces this one under the glove and into center field. Haniger will come in to score. Span to third. 1-0 Seattle as the throw gets cut off. Cano jumping on that first pitch, picks up his 35th RBI.
Let's make it a bullpen day. Not a baby.
Got the ground ball, but hit it right back up the middle. A lot of the plate again, about belt high, middle of the plate. 88th RBI career-wise for Cano against the Angels.
Waiting on the mound. As action begins in the Angels bullpen. Seattle will have a bullpen game of its own tomorrow. Felix Hernandez would have been the starter, but he's back in Seattle dealing with a hamstring issue. James Paxton dealing with a virus. Nobody out. Runners at the corners.
Mindset is limit damage here.
Nelson Cruz at the plate. Tough to take that approach with Cruz standing in that batter's box with 35 home runs. He cuts through that first one 0-1. 86 RBIs for Nelly. 263 batting average.
Another outstanding power season for Nelson Cruz.
Missed inside, evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Picked up career RBI number 1,000 yesterday. Loss against San Diego. One pitch. Good off speed. 1-2.
Overall numbers this season as far as batting average, Cruz has hit off-speed pitches a little bit better than fastballs, which is odd for him.
Would you say that to be the case as hitters get older and older?
Yep.
Start cheating a little bit, looking for the off-speed. 1-2. Breaking ball misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That being said, if you throw a real good breaking ball, you're going to get him out. But if you make a mistake, that's the kind of swing he's going to have. You see those numbers versus Despaigne's secondary pitches, 275 with 15 home runs. It's 246 versus fastballs this season with 17 home runs for Cruz.
2-2. Full count. Ryan Healy on deck. Double walk single. 1-0 Seattle. We're in the first. Cano doesn't go. Cruz strikes out. 1 away.
It's a fastball. You got to buy him. Right on cue as far as his struggles at times with a good firm fastball. Despagne, you got to buy him. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Pretty close to the heart of the plate with it also. Tardy on that one. Big strikeout for Despagne and the Angels. Definitely have a batter up there, and Ryan Healy with good power, great power numbers against the Angels this season with 6 home runs, but a guy that can roll into a double play for you.
Grounded to the 19 double plays this year. Tops on this Seattle team. He takes ball 1. 246 average. 24 home runs, 70 runs batted in. He's got Span at third, Cano at first. One out off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes.
This whole season for Ryan Healy, when the Angels would pitch against him, they'd make a mistake on that inner half of the plate. He has hit that a long, long way. Tried to pitch him away, tried to get him expand the strike zone off the outside corner.
Like that pitch there. That's a danger zone pitch. It's 2-1.
And he's had some great, especially early on this season against the Angels, great numbers, especially power numbers against the Angels. But lately, made some much better pitches over the last 7 games. You see those numbers, the 2 for 28. Early on was crushing that ball in the inside part of the plate. Pitchers have made that adjustment, staying away from that zone.
Out to right field. It'll be deep enough to score Span from third base. 2 down. 2-0 Seattle here in the first. Cano back to first. Healy picks up his 71st RBI.
Ryan.
So it's Kyle Seager at the plate. 216 overall batting average. He's at 176 since the All-Star break. That's the worst batting average in Major League Baseball in that stretch. Qualified hitter. 21 home runs though, 73 runs batted in, 33 doubles. Fletcher out at shallow right to shift Don Simmons toward the middle. Despagne about to throw his 22nd pitch of the first. Evens up the count.
Take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS. Seeing the defense set up against Seager. Majority of the baseballs he's hit have been to that right side, whether in the air or on the ground. So I see Fletcher in that outfield grass, prepare for that grounder his way.
That fastball blown right by Seager. And it's 1-2. Fletcher's done a terrific job on the defensive side of things, especially since settling in at second base pretty much every day.
Pretty impressive to see that arm strength he has from that second base position also.
Seager calling time. According to Fangraphs, 7.6 defensive runs saved for Fletcher since the All-Star break. That's second only to Andrelton Simmons. It's pretty good up the middle tandem. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Those two have turned quite a few double plays. The Angels in general, the most double plays turned in Major League Baseball this season.
As much as we enjoyed watching Simmons and Kinsler, they're always fun to watch. I mean, Fletcher certainly has made a seamless transition. As Seager goes down, fouling that one into the mid. Arcia hangs on to it, but Seattle strikes for 2. Halos play from behind. 2-0 Mariners. Things off at right. David Fletcher is second. Mike Trout at center. Shohei Ohtani DHing in that cleanup spot. Justin Upton is in left field. Andrelton Simmons is short. Jose Miguel Fernandez at first base. Taylor Ward at third. And Francisco Arcia behind the plate batting ninth as they take on Mike Leake, this 30-year-old right-hander. Southern California native, making his 29th start of the season. Gooby's 9-9 with a 4.11 ERA.
Not an overpowering fastball as a throw it a lot. 87-91 with those slider, cut fastball, curveball, and changeup. They're pretty solid though for the most part for Seattle this season. 9-game winner, 4.11 ERA.
Acquired last August in a trade with the St. Louis Cardinals. Signed through 2020. Club option for 2021 as Cole steps in and he will look at a strike. Calhoun hitting .219, 18 home runs, 56 runs batted in. Rounds this one. Cano out in shallow right. Down. There's the first out of the bottom of the first.
Yeah, my go-tos to be successful against Leake. I think I mentioned he will throw a lot of pitches that lower part of the strike zone. As you try to bring that sinker up in the strike zone, it'll flatten out. That's when you can drive it, especially in the air. And avoid that cutter on the hands. You will throw that indoor cutter against some right-handed batters and also go down and away. Make yourself in that position to get that cutter with the barrel of the bat, not the handle of the bat this evening.
Fletcher will look at a strike. David at .277. 19 extra base hits and 25 runs batted in. Catches the corner. Unlike Despagne, Leake works at a slightly different pace. Fletcher had a 1-for-5 game last night. It's downstairs.
He will throw a lot of strikes. He will work in the lower part of the strike zone. Change speeds very well. Fields his position excellent and very difficult to steal against.
171 innings of work coming into tonight's action. That one's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just 33 walks, too. He doesn't strike out a whole lot of guys. But as you can tell by the movement, that arm angle kind of works both sides of the plate.
Kind of a right-handed version of Dallas Keuchel as far as trying to get you to swing at non-strikes.
Ground ball left side. Seager's there. 2 down. Take a look at the defense for the Mariners tonight. Span is in left, Haniger's in center, Gamble in right, Seager and Gordon on the left side of the infield, Cano and Healy on the right, and Zunino behind the plate.
And Gamble out in the right field so far this season. 4 outfield assists, a couple errors. He's made some outstanding plays in right field over the last few weeks for Seattle. Great range out in the outfield for Gamble.
I mean, if you look at their roster, this is probably their best defensive alignment. Already it plays a nice outfield as well on occasion in the outfield. Trout takes a breaking ball, even to count at 1-1.
And you would think this matchup favors Trout. Trout very good on pitch, lower part of the strike zone. Trout has hit 500 in his career versus Leake. See if he tries to elevate. Sometimes that's hard to do that. If you're a sinker ball, cut, fastball type pitcher, to try to get that baseball upper part of the strike zone, it's not easy to do. Got it there, upper part of the strike zone. It kind of fooled Trout. It's only 86.
But you give up on it.
Yeah.
You don't think it's going to be a strike? 2-2. Fouled off. Trout hitting .315, 33 home runs, 68 RBIs.
And my Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful against Leake and the Mariners tonight. A little Brian Adams cuts like a knife. A lot of cut fastballs. Try to get the barrel of the bat, not the handle of the bat, against that cutter tonight.
Great song.
That is a good song.
Well done. Two. Full count. Maybe not as good as summer of '69, but
yeah,
good nonetheless.
Yes. I have the greatest hits from Brian Adams. Outstanding. CD. I almost said album. That would have been bad.
Awesome shot there.
Yes.
Shohei on deck. That is ripped down the left field line. Into the corner she goes. Trout is rounding first. He'll be in at second with a 2-out double. 22nd. 2-bagger of the season.
Just like we thought. Good success against Leake. Reason why a lot of pitches that lower part of the strike zone. Only one pitch upper part of the zone. That was a fastball. The Trout didn't go after. That cutter stays middle part of the plate. Trout crushes that one to the corner. Exactly what you try to do with that cutter. Barrel the bat, and he got that barrel of the bat and lines it into the corner for a double.
That'd be that front door cutter, if you will. See if you can lock somebody up. He's not just somebody, though.
Seattle doesn't like him a whole lot, I don't think.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Takes a strike. Shohei last night 2 for 3. Also picked up a walk, scored a run.
Shohei with good numbers against Leake also. 4 for 6. 667 batting average.
Now with 40 extra base hits on the season. Off speed, 0-2.
If you look at one pitch that Ohtani's had a tough time with, it really is a changeup. A couple times in the last few games against the Rangers, same thing. The only pitch he didn't hit hard was a changeup.
Shohei takes a little bit low. Zunino trying to bring it back into the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ohtani at .295 now. .376 on base percentage, 19 home runs, 54 runs batted in. He has been on a tear overall from the second half through last night. That's a strike according to the home plate umpire, Lance Barrett. Catches the outside corner, 2-out double, stranded in scoring position. Seattle leads it.
Hey folks, join the Angels for Ducks night tomorrow as they take on the Mariners in Game 2. It's a 7:07 start. Fans in attendance will receive a celebratory duck call while supplies last. For more information on Ducks night, go to angels.com/promotions.
One more night.
That would be the celebratory duck call. Is there a non-celebratory? Sounds like a dying quail. Down goes the duck.
Yes.
1-0 to Gamble. That is hit sharply past Andrelton Simmons and almost hits Tony Randazzo. As Gamble stops at first base, a sharp single to lead off the second. Third hit allowed by Despaigne. Clearly the plan for Seattle is attack anything in the strike zone early on against Despaigne. Well, that's a pretty decent fastball at 93. Doesn't spot it that well, but he seems to kind of really rely on the off-speed stuff.
Yeah, when you look at percentages, I think he should throw more fastball. That's why I said, as far as go-tos, spot that fastball more often and use it. Especially if you can run that fastball in on the hands of hitters.
Zanino takes down there. Snap throw to first base. Gamble and taking that secondary lead and slipped a little bit. And the throw on the wrong side of the base.
Quick on that back pick. You see Gamble going well off the base. Goes to that back corner of the bag, longer tag for first baseman Fernandez.
Gamble's 7th stolen base. It's been caught 3 times.
And just gaining experience at first base too for Fernandez. Hasn't played there a whole lot in his baseball career. It's been much better at first. And so it's one of those plays too. You just got to get your footwork down.
Jim Johnson was up in the first inning. He's back up now here in the second. 2 runs in for Seattle in the first. Two balls, no strikes. Zanino, 191 on the year with 19 home runs and 41 RBIs. Lines this one just beyond the reach of Andrelton Simmons. 2 sharp singles. That may be all for Despaigne. If Johnson's ready to go, and sure enough, here comes Scioscia. Scioscia's coming out. And nothing soft hit against Despaigne. And that's going to be it. Does not retire a man here in the second. The first 2 batters reach the first pitching change of the bullpen game. Ongoing here in the second with Seattle leading it. Great deal, more than a great deal. All new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr., the 2 for $2.50 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuit. Now at Carl's Jr.
And by your Southern California Cadillac dealers.
Pitching change here in the second inning. 2-0 Seattle. Nobody out. And it's Jim Johnson, the man who started the game on Tuesday against Texas. Went an inning at third. Faced 6 batters through 25 pitches. As this pitching change is brought to you by Purple Bricks.
A very good bunter at the plate now also in D. Gordon.
Number 9 hitter. Shows bunt. And takes down low for ball 1. Gordon hitting .270. 17 doubles, 5 triples, 2 home runs, and 28 runs batted in. And the propensity to ground into a double play against the Angels.
Against the Angels, yes. It's amazing how many ground ball double plays he's rolled into against the Angels this year.
Not bunting. And Johnson comes in and falls behind, and 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the order, Haniger on deck.
D. Gordon with 9 sacrifice bunts this season. Be surprised if he'd be in that situation now with a hitter's count at 2-0. Probably let him get a chance to swing the bat.
2-1. Gordon expanding his strike zone. He's getting to start tonight at shortstop with Segura out.
.30 stolen bases on the season for Gordon.
But carrying just a .291 on base percentage. 2-1. Bunts one foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You look at his numbers, 8 walks this year. 8. That's over 500 plate appearances. 8 walks.
2-2. Slap to left, a base hit. Just a little flare. Gamble's going to be stopped there. Something gets the baseball back in. So 3 consecutive hits open up the second. Bases are loaded for Mitch Haniger.
Let's take a look at our tools of the trade brought to you by Ram Trucks. We talked about it of late, Mike Trout and his ability to get rid of the baseball well, charge the baseball, 265.5 foot throw, and an accurate throw to the plate last night against Trinos Garcia to get that big key out. Might be challenged and maybe needed right now with that arm strength for Trout for what he has done, especially his route taking has been excellent this season.
Infield back at double play depth up the middle. Haniger out to left center field. Upton moving in. Makes the catch. The throw is coming home. And it's not in time. Gamble with good speed scores easily. Sac fly makes it 3-0. Haniger picks up his 87th run batted in. Johnson going with a slow breaking ball.
And Upton going away from that, catching that baseball to the non-throwing arm. A lot of times if you get underneath the baseball there, you get yourself in better throwing position. Got a little bit on that throw, but Gamble with his speed slides in with the 3rd run of the game for Seattle already here. This in the 2nd inning.
Two on, 1 out. Denard Span rips one into right field. Cole moving over, makes the catch. Runners do not tag. Zanino back to second. Gordon back to first. 2 outs.
Seeing pretty aggressive swings early on for Seattle. They've been struggling, especially with runners in scoring position. It's a pretty good swing there by Span. Also hit that ball right in the barrel of the bat, but Cole able to run it down.
It's a team that the month of September has hit just .218. That's last in the American League with just 8 home runs. They've come out swinging the bats today, that's for sure. 5 hits already. And 2 outs in the second. Cano has one of those hits, an RBI single, picking up his 35th RBI.
One of the better hitters in the history of the game. Edgar Martinez, the hitting coach for Seattle, obviously telling him right now, your best pitch may be that first pitch fastball, so be ready. He was always good early in the count, but also very effective, especially on breaking balls deeper in the count, putting the ball in play, especially up the middle.
One ball, one strike. Got him out in front of the off-speed pitch. It's 1-2. Cano playing in his 65th game. Suspended 80 games back on May 15th. And perhaps a blow, at least he thought it would be a huge blow offensively to this Seattle ball club, but instead they had other guys step in offensively, picked up the slack.
I'd say for quite a while they were playing excellent baseball with Robinson Cano on the suspended list. Surprising, consider how important he has been for this offense over the years since putting on that Seattle uniform.
Garcia quickly calling time, just making sure they're on the same page on a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Trying to limit that damage. 1 run in, 3-0 Seattle. That run charged to Despaigne. He's responsible for Zunino standing at second as well. Scout service. Jerry Dipoto getting contract extensions this year. Cano will go down swinging. Breaking ball from Jim Johnson does limit the damage. 3-0 Seattle. Bottom of the second. That's where we're headed. .607 first pitch and enjoy a post-game Nick Jonas concert presented by Strikeout Slavery. Go to angels.com/promotions to get your tickets. Halos down 3-0. Bottom of the second. Upton, Simmons, and Fernandez coming up for the Angels. Justin comes in batting .258. 26 home runs, 78 RBIs. Takes a strike. 1 for 4 last night with 1 RBI. Upton had a triple. First of the year.
Upton also good numbers against Leak in his career. .379. That's covering 29 at bats.
Breaking ball's nowhere near the strike zone. It's called a strike.
Almost similar to that cutter he threw to Ohtani that started off the plate. It was called a strike to finish off last inning.
Halos did get a double, 2-out double by Mike Trout in the first. But he was stranded at second. This is lifted foul, 1-2 still.
Elite doesn't throw a lot of fastballs, but when he does, it's been hit pretty hard this season. .322 versus his fastball this season with 5 home runs allowed. 16 of the home runs of the 21 he's allowed. It's been on his secondary pitches.
Ground ball toward the middle. D. Gordon diving, has to go off his glove. Even if he comes up with it, once he leaves his feet, it's going to be tough to throw out Upton. So base hit to lead off the second.
A batter at the plate who's had success against a pitcher, hits that ground ball, and Gordon tries to get to it. I don't think, you're right, Vic, I don't think Ian, if he gets to that, keeps it in the glove. He's got a pretty strong arm, but not strong enough to get Upton at first base, who runs well down the line.
Leake would be a guy that you would think the approach should be thick up the middle because of everything seems to be breaking one way or the other. And also a guy, if you're at the plate, you got to disrupt his tempo because he likes to work at a quicker pace.
And he's a ground ball machine. He's had 23 double plays turned behind him this season. And the majority of the time it's when hitters are trying to pull those pitches away, hit ground balls to short, third. If you have that middle of the field approach on him, you can hit that ball hard with the barrel of the bat.
Late on this one, fouled off 0-2. Sim had a 3-hit game last night, going 3 for 3. An RBI, a walk, and a run scored. 296 overall batting average.
Simmons good numbers too in his career against Leake. 444. 12 for 27. So a number of hitters in this lineup for the Angels with real good career numbers against Leake.
Leadoff single for Upton at first as Simba chases that breaking ball. One down, second strikeout for Leake.
Well, it doesn't happen often where Anderson Simmons expands the strike zone and strikes out. That's a pretty good breaking ball. Looks like a strike well out of the strike zone when it gets to the plate.
Jose Miguel Fernandez up. Only hit last night, the home run, 2 RBIs. Average of 291 now. Sinking fastball down and away.
Pretty close to splits as far as left-handed batters and right-handed batters against League. 281 compared to 277 for right-handed batters.
Up to just a couple of steps off the base, but they check in on him.
They only allowed 2 stolen bases this entire season.
Upton has 7, has been caught twice. Off speed downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But he's the perfect guy to put a hit and run on, though. Especially he's not going to strike batters out most times. He's going to be a lower part of the strike zone. That gives you a chance as a hitter to put that ball on the ground, and with infielders moving for the ground ball, there could be some open spaces in the field.
He's more of a pitch to contact guy. Fernandez pulls this one towards second. Cano has it to Gordon for one. They're banking again in double play. We're through 2 and Seattle's on top 3-0.
And this season, the Halos have heavily relied on their bullpen, as we've seen with 2 bullpen games in 3 days. And when I spoke to Angels bullpen coach Scott Radinsky about how they prepare for games like this, he said it's business as usual. They're ready to go by first pitch. However, there is a different sense of excitement and focus in the bullpen. Rad said he's the most excited guy in the stadium on bullpen games, and obviously it helps having the September call-ups, and Jim Johnson has been the veteran presence, making sure that things are done right. But he said there's a bunch of gamers, as most of them are reaching career highs, Gooby. Put it into perspective how difficult it is to have 2 bullpen games in 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, so many different pitchers have to be ready, have to be on call to be able to get in these games, even though majority of them been there for 1 inning, still just to get up a couple times in a row, a few games in a row, not easy to do. But I remember talking to Scott Radinsky too recently, Victor, about the whole thing of the bullpen. Said he's got a lot of pretty fun personalities down there that helps those times pass, especially when these guys are getting up, maybe getting a little tired, but still enough energy to go out there and perform. And been really, really good for him of late, the bullpen.
Taylor Cole takes over for Jim Johnson here in the 3rd. Johnson ends up working 1 inning, giving up a hit and striking out a man. All 3 runs so far on the board, charged to Despina. As Taylor delivers a strike. It's the 14th appearance for Taylor Cole. He's made 2 starts for the Angels, 1 and 2, and a 3.25 ERA, 27 plus innings, 29 strikeouts. Mason Cruz, Healy, and Seager, 4, 5, and 6. 0-2.
Boy, was he really good the other day. His power changeup, excellent fastball was good. Same thing with his breaking ball.
Cruz struck out in the 1st. Missed upstairs, 1 and 2, 5 hits for Seattle.
4 scoreless innings, 12 up, 12 down for Taylor Cole the other day. That was on Monday.
The only loss for the Angels in that series against Texas. Mike Minor picking up the win in that one. Jaime Barria suffering the loss. 1-2. That hit Cruz. Pitch him inside. 14th time Cruz has been hit this year. Leadoff man is on board. 3rd straight inning.
First baseman, number 27, Ryan Healy.
He runs that fastball, and we talked about Nelson Cruz having a little bit more difficult time with the fastball this season. Trying to make sure he elevated that, got underneath it as far as the delivery, the baseball, and it ran in and hits Nelson Cruz.
Bouncer left side. Taylor Ward's got it, trying to start that double play, and he does so. 2 down.
Just another double play turn by the Angels this season. Outstanding. Around the horn, 5-4-3. Under control, good feed, plenty of time to turn that double play. #157th double play turn by the Halos this season. Leading Major League Baseball in that category.
Seager struck out of the 1st.
Steady decline as far as the batting average for Kyle Seager the last 3 seasons. Still a pretty good power threat though, with 21 home runs, 33 doubles.
That was pulled foul out in front.
Does it seem like, Victor, he's trying to lift the ball more so? Remember, he used to have pretty good gap power, right center and left center. I always thought he had pretty good coverage over the plate, even hit the ball hard to left field.
A .278 batting average you just saw. That's been his career high. It's high watermark as far as average. 2016. He's a career 257 hitter. The strikeouts are the one that kind of been on the uptick. If you go back to the year he signed the contract extension, we signed a 7-year, $100 million deal. Went from 98 to 108 to 110. Now this year, 121 strikeouts with still 2 weeks to go. He pulls this one to the right. That pitch was up in the zone on an 0-2 count. Mistake pitch. Seager makes him pay for it. 2-out double. 34th double of the season.
And it's one of those products for a pitcher being asked to go high fastball, 0-2, and sometimes you're not comfortable doing that. See the target being set by RC upstairs and end up being in the middle part of the plate. Hear that sound, and another double. Mentioned that extra base hits for Seager. 34th double to go along with his 21 home runs.
Pickoff attempt, no tag from Simba. Ben Gamble led off the second inning with a base hit up the middle and scored. Sac fly by Haniger.
And so often you do those pickoff plays. Yes, you like to be able to pick them off, but your design of that is to shorten up his secondary lead to give your outfielders a chance to throw him at it at the plate if there's a single to the outfield. This changeup is going to seem to be even more important in this game tonight. Not quite the velocity on his fastball. It's been 90-91. We've seen him before 92-95 range. Mentioned this coming off a 4-inning relief appearance on Monday. Season high as far as innings pitched with the Angels.
One. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two in the first, 1 in the second. Trying to keep it a 3-run deficit for the Angels.
You still feel if you could put up some zeros out of the bullpen here, they're getting some pretty good swings against Leak. They got a chance to get back in this game. You can't allow them to keep expanding the lead though.
3-1. Mike Zunino on deck. Opener of a 4-game series. Angels have 1 homestand remaining. We'll start a week from Monday. There's a walk. 2-out double followed by the base on balls, so the Mariner catcher will come to the plate. A lot of traffic for the Angels, or I should say for Seattle against the Angels on the base paths.
Catcher number 3, Mike.
Already a couple mound visits for the Angels today. It's in the 3rd inning. And Zunino, he does have a swing and miss in that bat, but he's got great power if you make a mistake. And so far from Taylor Cole, doesn't look quite as crisp with his pitches as compared to Monday night.
Had a chance to finish off Seager after a double play ball, falling behind 0-2 before even that pitch up. Double, now a walk, and a 1-0 count to Zunino. Had a base hit in the second. Despagne started. Johnson relieved him. And now Taylor Cole.
Good all-speed pitch.
16 pitches so far. Two one.
Still trying to, it almost seems like he's trying to fight and muscle up on his fastball to gain some velocity.
To 48 pitches in that 4-inning stint on Monday.
And he was consistently ahead of the count.
4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Check that, 3 strikeouts. Those 4 innings, no walks. Back-to-back walks, loads them up with 2 outs.
Shortstop, number 9, D. Gordon.
So it's D. Gordon at the plate. He flared a single to left field against Jim Johnson. Seager at third, Gallo at second, Zunino at first.
It's a key moment in the game here for the Angels to stay in this game right now.
Outfield straight around, as is the infield with Gordon at the plate. 1-1. A lot of times you see a guy like Gordon at the plate. You see the middle infielders cheat in a couple of steps in just because of the speed. But with the force down at any base, a little different.
One or two. It really helps out with Zunino at first base, not really in a real big lead. So you can play back a little bit more so as a middle infielder. Was that changeup? Right on the corner.
Off speed, back up the middle, knocked down by Taylor. They'll leave them loaded. 3-0 Seattle as we head to the bottom of the third. The umpiring crew, along with Mike Scioscia and Adam Nebula, tending to one of the umpires. And that looks like the second base umpire, Tony Randazzo. Looking at his left hand or wrist. Something must have just happened. We didn't see anything.
Now they'll have the discussion of where they're going to have the infield umpires situated.
Three-man crew. Be great if they set up with the field umpire behind the mound like we used to do in high school
Oh,
sometimes.
yes. Yes, remember that well.
We only have one umpire. Okay, we'll call balls and strikes
Yes.
from behind the mound.
Yes.
3-0 Seattle. The Angels here in the bottom of the third inning have 8-9-1 coming up. And Ward, Arcia, and Calhoun. Two strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits allowed for Leake. Bouncer toward the hole. D. Gordon off balance throw. Gets Taylor Ward for the first out.
Pretty good play by D. Gordon. Off balance, got a lot on the throw. Ward runs well. Gordon able to get that first out on a quick out. On the ground again for Leake. Favorable hop. Quick on the transfer. Off balance throw. A lot on it. The stretch for Healy. Gets it by a stride.
Francisco Arcia at the plate. 3 for 4 last night, 4 RBIs. 2 home runs, and he'll lift this one out to shallow left. Large span there. 2 outs. Top of the order now in Cole.
Eighth career game for Cole Calhoun, facing a former teammate at Arizona State.
Grounded out to Robinson Cano in the first. Takes a strike.
Cole's timing's been off a little bit of late.
As the count even up at a ball and a strike. Cole 3 for his last 24.
0 for his last 12. A lot of ground balls right to second.
Noah Ramirez getting ready. He will become the 4th reliever used.
Pretty amazing that other day when 8 pitchers used for the Angels in that shutout. Major League record for 2 hits or less with a shutout with 8 pitchers used. Looks like they're on that same course as far as pitchers used tonight.
Cole lifting one out to left field, span back a couple of steps. Mike Leake has himself his first 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the 4th. Seattle on top.
Mentioned that Tony Randazzo, the second base umpire, had to leave the ball game where the three-man crew finally figured out what the problem was. Jose Miguel Fernandez throwing the baseball over to David Fletcher at the end of the last half inning. Smoked Randazzo right in the left wrist thumb area. And that's why he is not on the field. Probably went to get some precautionary x-rays downstairs to see how, if anything, if there's any damage. Or
Yeah, generally as an umpire, you're not thinking about that throw around the diamond there in the third out of the inning. We are seeing that a lot more often for the infielders that last out.
Noe Ramirez comes on for the 65th time this year. Last pitched on Tuesday. Inning at 2/3 that night through 27 pitches. He'll get the top of the order. Haniger, Span, and Cano. It's the third time through the order for Seattle. We are in the fourth. Nothing easy for Angels pitchers tonight. This pitch is slider downstairs. Haniger doubled and scored to lead off the game. Had a sac fly in the second, picking up his 87th run batted in. Two-0. Taylor Cole, 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 hit batter. Despaigne got the start. Johnson, Cole, and now Noe. Back up the middle, leadoff single. 2-hit game for Haniger.
That's been a theme, a leadoff batter getting on base.
Left fielder, number 4, Denard Span.
Haniger could run a little bit. 8 stolen bases.
Denard Span walked and scored to the first, hit a fly ball to right in the second. The short schedule throughout Major League Baseball tonight.
Look at Boston winning again now. What, they have 101 wins?
Yeah. Just 9 games being played today. Mentioned Oakland lost to Baltimore 5-3. Boston beat Toronto 4-3. One ball, 1 strike. Only other game currently being played is in Kansas City. Royals leading the Twins 5-4 at the bottom of the 8th. And our old friend Oliver Drake on the mound for the Twins.
Yes.
Did you make it to Gooby Tuesday? Didn't quite get there, did you?
Not quite.
Was he on the schedule?
Yeah.
Didn't hang around long enough.
Tried to get on there.
At the outside part of the plate, 1-2.
Oliver doing some traveling with different clubs this season, including with the Angels, Jays, Indians, Twins.
Frequent flyer miles. Not bad if you can get them. 1-2. Span shoots one towards short, pass to diving Andrelton Simmons. Deja vu all over again. First 2 have reached the start of the inning.
For a team that hasn't been swinging the bat real well in September, that's not the case tonight.
And got in late last night, or early this morning, if you will.
Not easy to get anything by Andrelton Simmons. Almost got to that liner.
Yeah, but you know what, Gooby? Aside from maybe 1 or 2 batters, they've been in hitters' counts all night.
That's something when we talked about that bullpen game the other day. They were ahead of the count. Almost every reliever came in and attacked the strike zone. A lot of work for all these relievers. Career high as far as appearances for Noe Ramirez also.
Just over 2 weeks to go in the season. Oh, what Calico, RBI single in the first, struck out in the second.
'65th game this season for Noe Ramirez.
And it begs the question, not just with the Angels, but in general, have you really seen baseball kind of evolve over the last couple of years to the bullpenning of games, with the Rays taking it to a different level nowadays with an opening pitcher? The residual effect on these relievers from one year to the next.
You're seeing a lot of great relievers starting to struggle. Well, the appearances, innings, multiple inning appearances out of the bullpen.
I mean, just looking out the Angels pen, I mean, Blake Parker's a completely different guy than what we saw last year.
Yep.
That's a lot of appearances last year. I'm not saying that there's a correlation there, but clearly when you spike the way he did, I figure if you're not used to it and or don't bounce back, you're not going to be as crisp. Whether it's with as far as Blake is concerned, the fastball, which he had a little life to it, and the splitter. 2-1.
You even look at the premier relievers from like Andrew Miller's struggling. Even Kenley Jansen with the Dodgers. More earned runs this season than he's had in his career. A lot of appearances, a lot of innings out of the bullpen. You see that with Wade Davis with Colorado. Although the save total there, the ERA not.
Pick-off attempt, but Simmons wasn't at the bag. Looked like Haniger tried to time a stolen base. Well, I mean, how about Brian Shaw? So many years with Cleveland, racking up innings. And he was a rubber band man. He was like Scott Shields every night.
Cody Allen with the Indians too, not quite as crisp.
Three-1 to Cano. Rips it foul. Full count.
It really doesn't seem like there's as many shutdown bullpens. It used to be where you were trying to, get to the starter early on, because then you weren't going to be able to score against bullpens. Well, that's kind of flipped around now. A number of bullpens. Even like you look at the Washington Nationals, they added so many different arms to their bullpen at most parts of the season. Well, that didn't work out necessarily as well, because a lot of appearances for those guys too.
Three-two pitch. Was on that fastball.
It isn't easy pitching out of bullpen. You might think, okay, you're only going one inning, but you got to get up, you got to get hot, you got to get ready in the game. You might be back up the very next day. You might not get in the game. There's a lot of throwing, and we talked about it before, how much throwing they do before games with their flat work and the long tossing before games, just to try to keep that arm fresh.
Looking for that first out of the fourth inning. Cano strikes out on the off-speed pitch. One away.
Second time he has struck out with a couple on base this evening already for Cano. Both times on breaking balls. The breaking ball there from Noe Ramirez.
Haniger still at second, Span at first, and here's Nelson Cruz. He struck out in the first inning, was hit by a pitch in the third.
Back up and in again against him.
Good coverage over the heart of the plate for Nelson Cruz. Leave on the pull side of the field or the opposite way. 35 home runs this year. 5th straight season in which he's had 35 or more home runs. That is skied high and deep to center. Trout racing back, and that is gone. 36th home run. As I said, he can leave at any part of the ballpark. That's dead central. 6-0 Seattle.
Not unusual to see Nelson Cruz drive one out against the Angels. Showed that graphic earlier how well he's hitting for a long period of time, but also throughout his career. And being right at the heart of the plate. Dead center. That's his 50th career home run against the Angels. Only Alex Rodriguez had more against the Angels at 70 home runs.
Base is clear for Healy, and he's got himself a 1-0 count. #15th home run that Noe's allowed this year. Falls behind here. 2 balls, no strikes. Sac fly for Healy in the first, double play ball in the third. 0 for 1. 3-0. Junichi Tozawa getting ready now in the Angels pen. Very wide count. Home run by Cruz, the 161st hit by Seattle. And now with 89 runs batted in. Popped up first base side. Landers will give it a look into the seats. Full count.
Nelson Cruz is a free agent to be also. Continues to put up those power numbers.
38 years of age. Turned 38 on July the 1st. It's the 4th of a 4-year deal.
Pretty amazing those numbers over a 5-year stretch. Average 40 home runs.
And a walk.
Look at leading the majors as far as home runs over the last 5 seasons.
Man out for Kyle Seager. Want to know? A little more on the Cruz home run. Those 5 seasons in which he's had the last 5, at least 35 home runs or more. Coming in an age 33 or older season. Becoming the 5th player in Major League history with at least 5 seasons of 35 or more home runs. In that stretch, joining Barry Bonds, did it 6 times. Rafi Palmeiro 6 times. Henry Aaron 5 times. Babe Ruth 5 times.
And the thought was going into Safeco Field,
yeah,
that might go down as far as the home run total, but that was not the case.
2 balls, 1 strike. Outside. 3-1 count. Might be the last batter for Noe. 26 pitches, 14 balls, 12 strikes, 3 hits allowed, a walk and a strikeout. See if it pops this one up. First base side. Maybe has a play. Nope. Too far for Fletch. Full count. Six 0. Seattle leads it. We are in the 4th. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 thus far here in the 4th inning. 9 hits for Seattle. Gamble's on deck. The payoff. Healy's on the move. Seager fouls it back. Going off the mask of Arcia. Healy will head back to first.
Been a close matchup between Seattle and the Angels this season. Seattle with the edge, 8-7. Three straight times for Seattle here at the Big A after 3 straight to start the season up at Safeco Field for the Angels. Before Seattle even made a visit here to the Big A.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Seager, 2 down. It's Gamble coming to the plate. On board twice with a single and a walk.
That fastball upper part of the strike zone just above the belt with running action. Gets a swing and miss against Seager. The second time he has struck out. Trying to go along with his double.
.30 pitches thrown by Noe. Fletcher out in shallow right. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball and strike. One. In the dirt. Nice block. 2-1 count. 6 runs, 9 hits, 6 left on for Seattle.
Well, in front of the plate, blocked very well by Arcia on that one.
Three balls, 1 strike. Tazawa just looking off of the bullpen, ready to go. And there's a walk. 2 on. 2 outs. Here comes Mike Scioscia. We're going to have yet another pitching change. Tough one tonight for the Angels. Bullpen game. That's the 5th walk issued tonight. primetime thriller. Get ready for the trilogy. USC, Texas, Saturday at 5 Pacific on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Way to sell that one.
Yeah, that should be a win for USC. Tony Randazzo's back.
It's like a hockey player.
Yeah. Looks like he taped an aspirin to it. This is how he got hurt.
A throw across the diamond after the third out, right on the finger. And speaking of hockey, we're going to see some hockey players for the Ducks taking some BP tomorrow night.
Junichi Tozawa on here in the fourth inning with 2 outs. This will be the 8th man to come to the plate for Seattle, Mike Zunino. They'll do so with runners at first and second. Those are all overall numbers for Tozawa between Miami and Southern California.
We had a chance to talk to Josh Manson in a booth tomorrow night.
Ground ball to short. 1 pitch, they get the final out. 3 runs in on the home run by Nelson Cruz. 6-0 Seattle as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Toyota dealers. By Heffernan Insurance. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels Baseball.
Angels down 6-0 here, the bottom of the 4th inning. Fletcher, Trout, and Ohtani coming up against Mike Leake. He's had plenty of run support tonight. He's also had to sit quite a bit between innings while his offensive teammates put some runs on the board. David Fletcher grounded out in the first inning. 0 for 1. Takes a strike. The bottom part of the zone. And it's 1-2. Leake with 2 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits allowed, a double to Trout the first, single to Upton leading off the second. That's it. Over toward third, backhanded by Seager. Leadoff man retired, 1 away.
Not unusual for Leake to get ground ball action. So far, he's gotten that ground ball working. 6 outs via the ground ball so far in the game for Leake.
Trout doubled into the left field corner with 2 outs in the first inning. 22nd double of the season.
And just like that last time, he tried to elevate that fastball 87. Trout took that pitch last at bat. Same thing here. faced 12 batters so far, 11 first pitch strikes for Leake. Boy, just pulled off that one.
Pops this one up. Toward the seats, Healy. That section over there has been pretty good tonight as far as foul balls.
Remember Healy when he was in high school at Crespi, he was a shortstop for a while. And a very good pitcher.
Another 1-2.
Wow, that's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, that's all over the strike zone. Trout gets the benefit of the call.
That's a lot of the strike zone. I know Zunino was setting up in to get that front door cutter.
Full count. Ohtani on deck.
Saw quite a few pitches last night, quite a few again tonight for Trout. 14 pitches Trout has seen so far tonight already.
Another 3-2 on its way. Trout fouls it off, spoils it.
And Leake has made really good pitches his entire at bat against Trout. Trout looking for that one mistake now. Oh, he got it and just missed it. I always tell that reaction for a hitter, that walk around the batter's box after a pitch you think you finally got and you missed it.
And he walks up 1 out walk. It took a lot of pitches. Trout deservedly draws the walk, although maybe not so deservedly because he should have been struck out on that one pitch.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
Let's take a look at our Subway League leaders with Shohei Ohtani coming to the plate with Trout on base again since August 1st. He leads the American League as far as batting average, 367. Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, both with 346 batting averages.
Last 23 games, a 1,300 plus OPS for Shohei Ohtani. Struck out looking in the first. Now one misses outside.
And the majority of those hits have been hit extremely hard.
Screaming. Ground ball left side, backhanded by Gord. Nice flip to Cano to the bare hand, and Healy can't come up with that ball. Off his glove, and Shohei will reach on the fielder's choice.
He hit that baseball hard also.
Yep. A little inside out approach. Nice play by D. Gord going to the backhand.
This ball was crushed. Stayed back on that one well, outside part of the plate. Gordon flips it over to Cano, steps on the base with the bare hand, but the high throw. Now it's Ohtani. Well, actually was off the glove of Healy at first. That might have been real close.
I think he might have gotten him if that ball's in the glove. So Shohei's over at first base. Upton cuts through the first one. Justin had a base hit leading off the second. So he's 1 for 1.
Exit velocity off the bat for Shohei on that swing, 114 miles per hour.
0-2. Six nothing Seattle. We're at the bottom of the fourth. Reaching forward, wasn't fouled. Very few comfortable swings at the plate tonight against Mike Lee. So kept the Angels at bay and off balance.
He's hit the corners both inside and outside. By the way, that was the 113th walk of the season for Trout. Before being forced out at second on that nice play by Gordon. Off of the bat of Shohei Ohtani.
Upton strikes out, 4 complete here at the Big A, and Seattle stays on top.
Nolan Arenado at home at Coors Field against Arizona. Look how far that baseball went. Arenado, 4th straight season of at least 30 home runs and 100 RBIs as Colorado beats the Diamondbacks rather easily today.
D. Gordon lead things off. Tozawa got the final out of the 4th inning. Take a look at the National League West standings with the Dodgers game and a half back. Diamondbacks reeling, especially with their bullpen issues. This one's lifted down the left field line. Upton moving over. Leadoff man retired for the first time tonight by an Angels pitcher. 1 out.
Yeah, the Dodgers were able to hold on against the Cardinals, and the Dodgers have had a tough time with St. Louis. Kershaw picked up the W. They ended up winning that game 9-7. Not only that division is very tight, so is the wild card in the National League.
Pitch strike. Janiger double, single, sac fly. He's 2 for 2. 2 runs scored. Breaking ball misses. Fourth appearance for Tozawa since joining the Angels. No record of 3 ERA. 3 total innings coming into play with 4 hits allowed.
Tozawa's fastball is about 91 to 95. So a slider curve, you saw that, and a split finger fastball.
Good spot, good location, good reaction.
Already the 4th at bat for Haniger.
2-2. That's off the plate. Full count. Tazawa wearing Howie Kendrick's old number 47. 3-2. Bouncer toward the hole.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Yep. Anderson Simmons play that shortstop position. Got a lot on that throw, over the top throw. Haniger runs well. Made that look easy. Plants and then a firm throw to first base to get Haniger. So good as far as that footwork. A lot has to do with the fact he played soccer. Still messes around and plays soccer. Footwork's outstanding for Anderson Simmons.
And for the most part, every throw that he has right over the top. Very few times will you see that elbow dip. It's usually the cause of the ball running away from a first baseman. Check swing roller up the line. No balls on a strike on span. Anderson's so accurate with his throws too.
It's really fun to watch. Special talent at shortstop. Pretty good splitter there for Zawa.
Oh, 2. Into the dugout. Robinson Cano on deck. Out towards center. Trout moving over. Tazawa with a 1-2-3 fifth. 6-0 Seattle as we hit at the bottom of the inning. All-inclusive packages for you and your guests. Call 888-796-HALO or go to angels.com/suites. 6-0 Seattle, bottom of the 5th. Simmons, Fernandez, and Ward for the Angels here in the 5th inning against Mike Leake. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed for Leake. Simba 0 for 1, struck out in the 2nd. Line to right field, leadoff single. Good piece of hitting.
Very good. Has been good on elevated pitches. Lines that one in the right field. Two toe taps. It brings his hands up. That's above the belt. Almost letter high. Lines in the right field for a base hit for Simba.
Fernandez a double play ball in the 2nd. 4-6-3. 0 for 1. Pulls that one foul. He likes to turn and burn on that inside pitch.
Yes, he does. A lot of pitchers try to pitch him off the plate in. If you get that inside corner or middle in, it's going to be hit hard. Back-to-back games with a home run for Fernandez.
A late bite to that breaking ball. It's 1-1. Everything in Major League Baseball to find him. And the one still being played. This one right here. Top part of the zone, doesn't like the call. It's 1-2. Taylor Ward's on deck. Off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the game, about 17% of his pitches are changeup. That's a pretty good changeup. Try to get Fernandez to chase that one, but did not go after it though.
That's line to center. Haniger comes in. Makes the catch on the sinking liner. 1 down.
Well, he's hit the ball hard twice tonight. Nothing to show for it so far for Fernandez.
Fernandez getting the bulk of the playing time at first base, deservedly so, the way he swung the bat. Taylor Ward at the plate. He grounded out, leading off the 3rd. Jammed him, popped, foul. 0-2. Taylor came at batting 207, 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Pretty much the everyday third baseman for the Angels. Getting a long look at the hot corner after having a fantastic season at AAA.
Making that transition from a catcher to a third baseman.
0-2.
It's a pretty close pitch there also. Especially for a pitcher that really has hit all those lower parts of the strike zone throughout this game. Trying to bring that two-seamer back. I think if Zunino leaves that glove right there where the pitch was thrown, he might get that call, but then he brings it up. Gives the appearance as if that pitch is not in the strike zone. That presentation, we talk about a lot as a catcher, just leave that baseball right there.
Pulled down the left field line and goes foul. Just out in front of it. Timmons a leadoff single over at first. 6-0 Seattle. Mariners with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the fourth. Overall, the season, minor league season for Taylor Ward, 349. 26 doubles, 14 home runs, 60 runs batted in. Full count.
Tried to turn into that breaking ball.
Gots to do what you got to do.
Need base runners.
Garcia, the man on deck, number 9 hitter. He'll strike out for the second out. 4th strikeout for Leake. We'll bring up Francisco.
Take a look at our Kia drive to success. Francisco Garcia at the plate right now. What he has done at home in 7 career starts at home. 17 RBI. It's the most by any player in Major League history as far as RBI. First 7 career games at home. Go on with 5 home runs.
Likes hitting at home.
Yes.
Hit a fly ball to left field in the 3rd inning.
First 2 home run game last night.
Behind at the count at 0-2. Parker Bridwell's been listening for the Angels.
Good to see him back. Very popular amongst the fans last year. Was excellent as a starter for the Angels last season.
It's off the foot, right back to Leake. His count remains at 0-2. Just 1 major league appearance for Parker this year. A couple of stints on the DL, minor league level. We'll talk about him when he eventually gets to the mound. Shinichi Tozawa, an inning in the 3rd. All zeros for him. The 0-2. It tells you the kind of stuff Leake has when you get guys at 86, 87, 88 that look tardy with their swing. You can't just sit on one particular pitch, especially when he's got the command working all over the strike zone.
Look at 61% of his pitches are off speed. So when you see that 88, 89, that's equivalent to a 93, 94 mile an hour fastball for most pitchers.
One, 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll run that one back. Angels have had 1-man reach second base. That was Trout with his double in the 1st. Simmons on the move. Cisco gets a piece of it. So Simba back to first. Down the left field line, slicing foul. Top of the order, Cole on deck. Full count. So Simmons going to get a head start here with 2 outs. 3 hits for the Angels. That's it. Double by Trout, single by Upton, leading off the second. Simba leading off this 5th with a single. This will be the 25th pitch of the inning for Leake. A bouncer toward Healy at first. Flips at the Leake. The Angels are done. This will head to the 6th inning. Seattle still leads it. To 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today. Top of the 6th inning. Halos down 6-0, and it's Parker Bridwell on the mound for the Angels. He becomes the 6th pitcher used tonight. Second game this year to start back on April the 6th. It did not go well for him. He was sent down to the minor leagues. And, down in AAA this year. Total of 6 games. I mentioned he's had a couple of starts, or stints, I should say, on the disabled list, dealing with an elbow issue. But he is back in the big leagues. He was talking about the wonderful season he had last year. 10-3, 21 games, 20 starts, a 3.64 ERA, 121 innings of work. Did a really nice job for this Angels ball club.
Yeah, his fastball is really good. He gets a lot of quick outs on the ground.
3, 4, and 5. Robinson Cano leading things off. First one's downstairs.
And his fastball is going to be 91, 95. He'll throw a slider, cut fastball, and a changeup.
Robinson Cano 1 for 3. An RBI single the first. 2 strikeouts since. 1-1. 6 runs, 9 hits, 8 left on for Seattle. No runs, 3 hits, 3 left on for the Angels. Line to center field. It was a breaking ball that Cano went down and got. Leadoff single.
Let's take a look at our Coors Light refreshing finish. Nelson Cruz doing what he's done often against the Angels in his career. A home run, the launch angle 34 degrees. Exit velocity off the bat, 9.5 miles per hour. His 50th career home run versus the Angels for Nelson Cruz.
Cano becomes the 16th base runner tonight for Seattle. Cruz with that home run has only hit 1 for 3. Pardon me, 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. 1 ball with strike. I'm talking about Cruz and his 5 seasons and 35 or more home runs. Remember, he had to reestablish his value, if you will, signing that 1-year deal with Baltimore.
Yeah.
Before signing the 4-year deal with Seattle. Foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cruz originally in the Mets organization. Spent some time with Oakland in their system. Oakland traded him to the Brewers. It wasn't until the Brewers sent him along with El Caballo, Carlos Lee, to the Texas Rangers when Nelson started making some noise in the big leagues. This is foul back.
And has continued to make noise since then.
That was back in 06.
Used to be able to run a little bit too early in his career. Go along with that power.
A 20 stolen base season in 09 with Texas. 2-2. Yeah, he went around. Looked like it. Yes, he did. 1 down. Running in on the hands. Unable to hold that swing.
Pretty good change up there from Bridwell.
Number 27, Ryan.
Yeah. Almost a full swing on that one.
Almost. Giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Just in case.
Just in case. 1 out, 1 on. Ryan Healy at the plate. Sac fly, double play ball, and a walk. Two balls, no strikes. Hit the short. Simba to Fletcher to Fernandez. Second double play that Healy's hit into this evening. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Angels still down. Copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Mike Leake back to work, facing the top of the order for the Angels, and Calhoun, Fletcher, and Trout. Cole 0 for 2, a ground ball to second and a fly ball to left. One on one.
Nice to see Cole just really get that timing together again. The batting average dropped down back down to 218.
As this was Shopler to second. Cano is there. One down. Been a couple of innings in which the Angels have made Leake work, just haven't been able to put multiple base runners on board and put any stress on them.
And he's gotten a lot of ground ball out so far. Going back to my Hyundai key to this game today. Talked about cuts like a knife to try to get the barrel of the bat on the cutter. Hasn't been the case for the most part with a lot of those ground balls towards the end of the bat or on the handle of the bat with his cutter.
Fletcher twice has grounded out to Seager at third base. Oh, 2. Through the wicket. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, you're getting ready for that hockey season, aren't you? Right around the corner.
Let's get through the final 2 weeks of this season. Fletcher fouling it off. Cal remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. I know Patrick O'Neill's really stoked. He was all LA Kings tonight. Ducks night tomorrow night here at the Big.
Yes.
They dropping a puck here in what, 2 weeks or so, right?
Exhibition
week of the
game, yeah.
22nd, 20 something like that. I don't know why that sounds right to me.
Pacific Division is going to be really tough.
2-2. The chopper over the mound. D. Gordon has to come in on it. 2 down. I'm actually going to be in town in Vegas. What is it, the weekend of October 18th? You see the Ducks play the Knights.
That should be fun.
Saturday
That's a great atmosphere there.
Looking forward to that.
T-Mobile Arena.
I've been to the arena. I was there for the Ronda Rousey fight a couple of years ago. Like the place. I haven't been there for a hockey game though. Everyone says the exact same thing. You got to go just for the experience of the hockey game.
It's a show.
Trout on board twice with a double and a walk. He's made Leake work tonight. The 19th pitch that Trout has made Leake throw to him.
See if we'll try to run a fastball upstairs here. Tried it. Trout was able to fight it off. "20 pitches already for Trout versus Leake."
That's a foul ball. That was off the knob, huh? Yep.
Fortunate enough, it was.
Right off the knob. You can hear the sound. It's a completely different sound.
Unfortunate enough, Trout chokes up on the bat enough where the finger wasn't right there. Still the vibration.
Yep. And he goes down swinging at the breaking ball. A 1-2-3 sixth. Seattle leads at 6-0 as we head to the 7th.
And with Simmons on the backhand, the exchange under a second. Arm strength thrown to 81 miles per hour across the diamond, covered 105 feet. How quickly got rid of that for someone who runs down the line as well as Mitch Haniger also. What a play by Anthony Simmons.
Parker Bridwell out for his second inning of work. Gave up a leadoff single, had a strikeout, a double play ball in the 6th. Seager, Gamble, and Zunino for Seattle. First pitch swinging, sky to center. One down. Seager 1 for 4 game.
Right fielder, number 16, Ben Gamble.
Ben Gamble 1 for 1, a single and 2 walks. Andrés Despagne got the start tonight for the bullpen game. Gave up 3 runs in his 1 inning, plus 2 batters. Johnson and Cole, scoreless innings. Cole had to bomb and weave through a hit batter and 2 walks. Noe Ramirez gave up 3 runs on 1 swing of the bat. Home run to Nelson Cruz. This one's out to left center. 2-1. Now they go in 2/3 of an inning. Tozawa inning in a 3rd scoreless, and now Parker Bridwell trying to finish up his 2nd scoreless inning.
Catcher, number 3, Mike Zunino.
Tomorrow night will be a bullpen game for Seattle.
Originally Felix Hernandez's spot. I will count on Zunino. Mike 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Little dribbler, 3rd base side, tough play. And out at first, a 1-2-3, 7th inning stretch time. Here's the big A. Angels still down 6-0. moment this season. Get Angels home screen icons and features such as MLB.tv Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Shohei Ohtani leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th. Halos down 6-0. League drops a breaking ball for strike 1. Shohei struck out looking in the first, reached on the fielder's choice in the 4th. He's 0 for 2. Ball at a strike. Leake has allowed 3 hits tonight. 1 double, 2 singles. Struck out 5. He's walked 1. Pulled to the right side. Ryan Healy is there. 1 away. Here comes Upton.
See it often of late. Shohei Ohtani 0 for 3 here in this game. Had 2 hits last night and a walk.
Upton 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Two pitches thrown by Leake. Really no stress at all tonight. 71 strikes. Two and 1. Action in both bullpens now. Armstrong and Duke. Angels have action in their bullpen as well. Time called. No pitch. Deck McGuire. He'll get the 8th. That's the case. Solid 2 innings for Parker Bridwell.
Yeah,
gave up a single and is to the first batter and then retired 5 in a row.
So good to see him back.
It's foul back.
I saw him walking in this the other day. Pretty surprised to see that, considering the injuries he had this season. Very important for him and the Angels to see him back throwing the ball well.
There's 100 years right here.
Right here. 2-2 from Lake.
Averaging right around 6 innings per start this season for the Seattle Mariners. And then his 7th here now with 1 out.
That is skied high and deep to left field, chasing Denard. Span back to the wall. That is gone. Big fly for Justin Upton as the Angels get on the board. It's 6-1. That adds some height to it.
There's a hanging breaking ball. Drives out a 27th home run, 79 RBI season for Justin Upton. Triple last night. Been struggling since coming back from that mild concussion he's received in Houston. See that backup breaking ball right to the inside part of the plate. J.Up crushed that one out to left. 393 feet.
Simmons takes outside. 27 home runs, 79 RBIs. Semba fouls it off. First home run since August 14th at San Diego for Upton.
He got some lift on that one, 38-degree launch angle to drive that one well in the air and out 393 feet.
2 balls and a strike on Simmons, who's 1 for 2. He had a single leading off the 5th. Simmons lines one out to left center field. Bernard Span moving over, 2 down. Another pitch that was up in the zone.
So they might give him a chance to get one more batter here. More likely this will be it. Last batter of the game for Leak, one way or the other.
Jose Miguel Fernandez, a double play ball in the 2nd, a fly ball to center in the 5th. 0 for 2 game. No balls, 2 strikes. Seattle in the 8th has 9, 1 and 2 coming up, and Gordon, Haniger, and Span. Looks like McGuire will get that trio. This is pulled over to first. Healy's got it, takes it himself. The Angels get 1 on the Upton blast. Will head to the 8th with Seattle still on top.
Halos as they try to hold the M's and get back in this one, down by 5 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Kent and Jose back with you, and we're here to tell you, don't forget about the post-game show presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Join us and Alex Curry as we break this one down, and this one certainly turned into a bullpen game early on, Jose. But the good news, we got to see Parker Bridwell for the very first time since April the 6th, and all he did is go out there and throw 2 shutout innings.
He's still a fan favorite, and it's good to see him because not only was it about the injuries that he had surgery in mid-July to remove some loose bodies from that elbow stem cell injection. Many thought he was not going to pitch again here in 2018. There he is, 2 innings, 18 pitches, 11 strikes. Parker Bridwell is back, and we're so happy.
10-3 in 2017. Good news for the Halos as we take a look at Deck McGuire to kick off the top of the 8th as we send it back inside to the guys.
Nice lot, Frenchie. 9, 1 and 2 coming up for Seattle. Deck McGuire 0 and 2. 16 games, 4 starts this season. That's through 2 teams, Toronto and the Angels. Simmons to his left. Gordon retired for the first down starting this 8th inning.
Is Frenchie going to be able to sleep tonight, you think?
Oh, being a Ducks night tomorrow?
Ducks night tomorrow night?
He's out of his mind.
Yes, he is.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Quack, quack, Frenchie.
Yes. He's got to be wearing that sport coat with that inside with the.
No doubt.
The
There'll be
ducks
an
on there.
orange tie tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
We going orange ties tomorrow? Do you have an orange tie?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Done.
Done? Yeah, we got to do that tomorrow.
Haniger takes downstairs. 2 for 3. Single and a double. He's grounded out. Had a sac fly. Nice game for the leadoff man. Mariners hoping to have Gene Segura back in the lineup tomorrow. One ball, one strike. Segura battling a virus. Seems to be a thing this year, the virus. That is skied high deep to right center. Trout racing back to the warning track. Near the wall, will make the catch. 2 down. Gave it a ride, but it stays in the yard.
He was getting ready to leap up to try to make that play if he needed to. Got to the wall. Another nice play. They go a long distance to run this one down. Hit high by Haniger. He's preparing to jump up on the wall. Didn't need to. Got to the right at that wall. Catches it. Or banging into it.
2 outs, nobody on. Denard Span at the plate.
Do love that conversation you're seeing around baseball right now about Trout being in that conversation for the Gold Glove in center field this season. Mike Scioscia commented and said, yes, there's no doubt he should be in there in that conversation.
Played a solid center field. No errors out there this year. Jackie Bradley Jr. would be the one guy that stands out for me as the guy that you would think perhaps would be giving Trout.
Yeah, Kiermaier and Pilar both have missed some time. Jackie Bradley hasn't played a whole lot in center either. He's missed some time himself.
Saw Adam Engel on one of the graphics boards. He's made some nice plays, but I don't see it. That's just me.
I agree with you.
But just when you think that you've got a feel for who's going to win a Gold Glove or who might or should,
yeah,
it just goes, different direction.
Yeah, it's a little different than normal in the last few seasons. You have the 3 finalists in that for the Gold Glove. I just love what Trout did during the offseason. He took that criticism of his defense to heart. And he's improved even more so in center field this year.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he said a number of people have asked him and talked to him about it lately. And he said that would be something real special. Yeah, to the already special hardware he's already won here in the major leagues.
Full count. Robinson Cano on deck. 2 quick outs for McGuire. Span a 1 for 3 game with a single and a walk, 2 runs scored.
Segura and D. Gordon having a conversation right now. Slightly different conversation than a few weeks ago.
Out to left, just enough to back. Beck McGuire with a 1-2-3-8. 6-1 Seattle as we head to the bottom of the inning.
Gold Glove, no doubt. He's playing tremendous center field.
Says it all right there. Mike Scioscia believing that Mike Trout deserves that Gold Glove center field this season. With 5 outfield assists, including that one last night. Tied what he had all of last season.
Trout's due up 5th here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mike Leake is done after his 7 solid innings. 1 run, that was on the home run to Upton. 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. James Pazos, the lefty, takes over. 53rd game, 3-1 mark. 2.95 earned run average. Good fastball from Pazos.
Yeah, he throws a lot of fastball. Fastball slider. Fastball is 92, 98.
The Angels have Ward, Arcia, and Calhoun. 8, 9, and 1. Angels have Jeffrey Marte waiting on deck. He would pinch hit for Arcia. Taylor tonight 0 for 2. A ground ball to short and a strikeout. That is drilled out to center. Haniger moving back on it on the track. Just shy of the track, will haul it in. 1 down. Gave it a ride. Deep part of the ballpark. And we'll bring up Marte.
Well, off the bat, I thought that had a chance getting out to center field. 3 home runs this season for Ward. Just missed that one.
So here's Jeffrey Marte. .211 on the season, 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. 2 for 15 as a pinch hitter this year. Top of the order, Cole on deck. The emergence of Fernandez at first base. We haven't seen a whole lot of Jeffrey. Two and out. Back-to-back hitters. Pazos is falling behind.
Just had that firm fastball. He get right back in the count. If you're Marte, you're sitting on a fastball here. Look in your zone.
Now back right above us. Two-one count. Pretty good hack there on that 2-0 pitch from Pazos. 10 hits for Seattle, 4 for the Angels. This is the opener of a 4-game set. 3-1. Angels will have Matt Shoemaker on the mound tomorrow night. Andrew Heaney on Saturday, and then Jaime Barria on Sunday.
Yeah, Barria could bounce back. A tough start last time out for the youngster.
3-1. And there's a 1-out walk.
To Take a look at our Verizon tomorrow starters for the Halos going. Mentioned Matt Shoemaker, 2-0 so far this season in 3 starts, 3.45 ERA for Shoe. 4-4 in his career versus Seattle. Stoudemire Jr. coming out for conversation. Pazos. It's one of those conversations as a pitching coach. When you're up by 5 here deep in the game, the only way your opponent can get back in there if you gift base runners. That's exactly what you did. Now you're dealing with the top of the order.
That little visit too gives the Mariners a chance to get someone up in the bullpen and cranked up if necessary. Cole tonight 0 for 3. 2 groundouts to second and a fly ball to left. No balls in his strike. Hey, nice play. That's why I bring the glove. Not a big lead at all at first base for Marte. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody warming for the Angels, so Deck McGuire, who had a 1-2-3-8, looks like he'll be coming back out for the 9th. 7 reliever used tonight. Tried to wait back as long as possible on that breaking ball.
Still with Matt Shoemaker too, you're looking at a 5 or 6 inning stints, and the bullpen will be used again tomorrow night.
Fletcher, the man on deck. 0-2. Colomay getting ready. Not doing so in any rush by any stretch of the imagination.
Battle here for Cole. It's a tough lefty.
Couple good fastballs spoiled. A couple of breaking balls as well. Still battling, like it. Trying to get something going.
Fletcher followed by Trout. The multiple base runners in this inning. Put some pressure on Seattle in their bullpen. It hasn't been as locked down as it was earlier in the season.
Called strike 3. Fastball painted. 2 down. So it's up to Fletcher to try to get Trout to the plate with a couple of men on.
And 94-mile-an-hour fastball, not exactly where he wanted to throw that. He wanted to have an away, catch the inside corner, though.
Fletcher, 3 ground ball outs today as he fouls the first one by. He certainly kept the Angels guessing tonight. 7 solid innings with 5 strikeouts. No balls, 2 strikes. Just 2 men tonight have reached second base for the Angels. Trout the double in the first inning, and then Upton past second base with his home run. Angels have not advanced a base runner tonight.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
They've had some tough games of late, that's for sure. A couple 1-0 victories.
We're headed to the 9th inning with the Angels down 6-1. Schedule we have on Fox this year is loaded with one huge can't-miss matchup after another. Thursday Night Football coming to Fox Week 4. Now it's a game. Top of the ninth, 6-1 Seattle, the opener of a 4-game series. And Deck McGuire to face Cano, Cruz, and Healy. Deck had himself a 1-2-3-8. Cano 2 for 4, 2 singles and an RBI. 0-1. Pulled foul out in front of that off-speed pitch. Fletcher will have to retrieve it.
He's got a pretty good feel for his curveball here tonight.
Joe Hudson, new catcher. Marte pinch hitting for Arcia.
But his first major league start, taking a no-hitter into that 8th inning. A chance to talk to him yesterday about that. He said, "Oh, it's so close," but he did a great job working with 8 different pitchers in that shutout. So for good measure, 9 different pitchers he's going to have to catch.
Error by Simmons allowed Cano to reach.
Doesn't happen often. Nelson Cruz coming up to the plate now for Seattle.
Designated hitter number 23, Nelson Cruz.
Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. The 3-run home run, a huge swing in the bat for Nelson Cruz. A home run in the 4th inning. 50th career home run versus the Angels. Second most by any player ever against the Angels. Erod had 70.
1 for 3 game. 2 strikeouts and a hit by pitch to go with that home run. He'll pull this one to left. First pitch fastball, 2 on to start this 9th inning.
First baseman number 27, Ryan.
That's Ryan Healy coming to the plate. Twice has grounded into a double play tonight. 0 for 2. Also walked and had a sac fly. Healy picked up his 71st RBI in that first inning. Despaigne, Johnson, Cole, Ramirez, Tazawa, Bridwell, McGuire tonight for the Angels. Base hit by Nelson Cruz, the 11th hit for Seattle tonight. Oh, 1. Ball and a strike.
Slider backed up on him.
Foul back. One ball, 2 strikes. Use another double play here. Kyle Seager, the man on deck. Halos in the bottom of the 9th. We'll have Trout, Ohtani, and Upton. Deck's 1-2. This is out to right center. Playable for Cole. 1 down. Here's Seager. He's had a 1 for 4 game with a double.
Third baseman number 15, Kyle Seager.
It's an early stretch for Healy against the Angels with the power numbers. They've really pitched him well of late, including tonight. 0 for 4 for Healy against the Angels. Two for 32 his last 8 games against the Angels for Ryan Healy.
Now it just missed. Anderson trying to keep Cano close to the bag over at second base. 1-1. Two men on with 1 out here at the top of the 9th. It's been a long one tonight. Long bullpen game. One. 1-2. Good fastball at 94.
Also has that big slow curveball at 78.
Long stare in for McGuire.
That was a dangerous spot right there. Even though it was a firm fastball, 95 was right down the heart of the plate. Seager had a good swing in it.
Cutter. One ball, two strikes, one out. We're in the ninth, 2 men on. 6-1 Seattle. Two. Halos with the victory last night. Getting to an even 500. They'll have some work to do. So trying to get above 500 in the bottom of the ninth should the score stay 6-1. That's what Deck McGuire's trying to do.
Well, the Angels had some pretty memorable comebacks against Seattle last season in the ninth.
You're not kidding. Jason Bradford getting ready for Seattle. Right-hander.
We're in a battle here between McGuire and Seager. Seager's hit into 10 double plays. The Angels have turned 2 tonight. 158 this season.
Pretty good hack at that fastball up. Cano with a leadoff single. Or pardon me, the leadoff error by Angel Simmons, and Cruz follow with the single to left. The Deck has really slowed things down here with men on base. Souvenirs for everybody as far as the foul balls. Seager's seen 9 pitches in this plate appearance. Deck has thrown 27, had himself a 1-2-3-8. Ben Gamble on deck. This is hit to right, a base hit. Cano is going to be stopped at third. No, he runs through the stop sign, and that ball didn't have much on it. Scott Brocious put up the stop sign, and Cano ran through it at 7-1. That's not your typical Cole Calhoun throw in from right field.
Right fielder number
Stop sign put up right away by Brocious at third base. Putting that stop sign up there, and Cano just goes right through that stop sign. And Cole with 8 outfield assists this season. Didn't get a lot on that throw. Unusual to see that from Cole.
May have been one of those situations where he anticipated Cano being stopped at third as well. Here's Gamble. 1-0. Seager with his second hit of the night. Gamble tonight 1 for 2 with 2 walks, and he's ahead of the count at 2 balls, no strikes. Twelve hits tonight for Seattle. They came out swinging early and often against Despaigne. Three and 0. Mike Zunino on deck. Caught the corner, according to Lance Barrett. Gamble thought he had himself ball 4. Three one. And there's ball 4. Loaded up. Comes Charles Nagy.
Catcher number 3, Mike Zunino.
Nobody warming up for the Angels. Back at it tomorrow, 7:07 first pitch, game 2 of this 4-game series. 6:07 on Saturday night, 1:07 on Sunday. Rock pile's going to be broken up by the home plate umpire. Zunino tonight 1 for 3, singled back in the second. Deck McGuire, no place to put him. Nelson Cruz standing at third, Kyle Seager at second, Ben Gamble at first. 7-1 Seattle here in the ninth.
A lot of power at the plate, but certainly a guy to get a ground ball double play with.
Oh, 1 to Zunino. 0-2. Looks like the exact same pitch he called for strike 1. It's 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes.
It's more of a setup. I would imagine come right back to a breaking ball now.
This inning opened up with Simmons committing an error on the ball hit by Cano, which should have been the first down of the inning. Full count. From 0-2 to 3-2. There's the phone ringing in the bullpen. And now the payoff pitch. And he walks in a run. It's 8-1. There's really no excuse for that if you got ahead 0-2 to start nibbling around the corners. Base is still loaded. Still only 1 out. D. Gordon coming up. Gordon will hack early in the count. He's made a couple of one-pitch outs already tonight. Back-to-back walks for Deck McGuire. 0-1. Seventh man to step to the plate. Gordon tonight 1 for 4. He singled back in the second. For Zunino, that's his 20th walk of the season. 21st, pardon. Back toward the middle, should be 2. Simba will take it himself. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Angels down 8-1. Seattle Mariners, Jason Bradford takes over. This will be his 42nd game, 5-0 with a 3.26 ERA. 36 strikeouts, 11 walks in 49 plus innings. And he gets Trout, Ohtani, and Upton. 3, 4, and 5 for the Angels. The Halos trying to make some noise here. And, just have not been able to get it going. The only run on the board, courtesy of the Justin Upton home run in the 7th inning. New left fielder Negron for Seattle, and Heredia takes over in center. No other changes for Seattle.
When you think about it, Seattle coming into this game really had been struggling swinging the bats, but they were ready to go for the first batter of the game.
Trout double walk strikeout. That's line to left center field. That will split the outfielders. Trout will have his second double of the night. 23 on the season for Trout. Leadoff man is on board for Shohei.
Continues to get on base, continues to hit the ball hard. This ball drifted, a two-seamer. Trout brings his hands inside, barrel the bat, lines out into left center field for another double. On base 3 times tonight.
Michael Hermosillo takes over as the pinch runner at second base for Trout. Shohei 0 for 3 tonight.
Away with the hanging breaking ball right there.
Eerie silence as Bradford was delivering that pitch here in this ballpark.
Waiting for something special.
Ohtani with a strikeout, fielder's choice, and a ground ball to first. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 from Bradford. And that is lined over center field. Heredia coming over, can't get it. It falls in there. Ohtani's going to try to go to second, and he is in there. That's a double. Hermosillo only advances to third. He had to hold up to see if Heredia was going to catch that ball.
And we've seen Heredia make some great plays over the years against the Angels. Almost got to that one also. Another well-hit baseball crushed off the bat for Ohtani. 20th double now on the season. Going with 19 home runs. And that baseball was hit hard. Sees that ball down, turns on the afterburner, slides in with a double.
Not too often you get back-to-back doubles and don't score.
Excellent velocity off the bat, by the way, Victor. 108 miles per hour by Ohtani. Yeah, it doesn't happen often.
Caleb Coward is the pinch runner at second base. There's Justin Upton. So 41 extra base hits for Shohei now. Upton 2 for 3 with a single and a home run. 1 ball and strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here at the bottom of the 9th.
Well, another high fastball. That one well above the strike zone.
Dislocation and up.
Yes. Might as well try it if you're a pitcher there.
Yeah. I think you would have seen a blown gasket from Justin Upton if he get rung up on that pitch. Upton fouls it off.
Back in the 7th inning on a breaking ball from Mike Lee. Left it out over the plate. Justin Upton got him well out, really over 390 feet. 27th home run, 79th RBI. Looking to pick up at least RBI number 80 here, if not more.
So they're loaded up now for Andrelton Simmons. Two doubles and a walk. Zunino out to pay a visit.
Of course, Mel Stoudemire Jr. get on the phone down to the bullpen. Simba 4 for 8 with the bases loaded this season.
Jabari Blash is the pinch runner at first base. Andrelton Simmons 1 for 3. 1-0. Nick Vincent getting ready for Seattle. 8-1 Mariners. We're at the bottom of the ninth. Double and a walk. John, Ohtani, Upton. Pinch runners all over the place. Hermosillo at third, Coward at second, Blash at first. Simple cuts through that one.
Shohei Ohtani, who doubled in this inning.
A little tentative. Bradford, that is. After a challenging Trout, double. Challenging Ohtani, double. Since then, he's been trying to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes over the heart of the plate, even with a 7-run lead. 3-1.
That's well off there again. That reaction is incredible. I'll be saying, was it on the check swing or the pitch itself?
There was no check swing.
That's what he was saying to him. Zunino really struggled to bring that one down to the strike zone.
Full count. Payoff. Called strike 3. The pitch is in off the plate. 1 down.
Number 20, Jose Hernandez.
This pitch well off the plate again, about a baseball off the inside corner.
This is pulled over to first. Glove by Healy. Fires to second for 1. No throw back to first. The run will score. It's 8-2. Hernandez picks up an RBI.
Number 3, Taylor Ward.
And it's Taylor Ward at the plate. Ball into strike. Taylor with a ground ball, strike out, a fly ball to center tonight. Ground ball towards short. Gordon over to second. Seattle takes the opener tonight. Gooby by the final of 8-2.
Yeah, it was just too much. Seattle early on in this game, scoring 6 runs by the 3rd inning, including a